Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I have this John Deere Z335E. Customer brought it in and said that it has a broken drive belt. I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily get that replaced if you have the same problem on yours. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons as we go along if you enjoy the content. The first thing I like to do if looking at the left side of the engine is remove the wiring for the PTO clutch. It has to be off so it's out of the way. You can just kind of pry out on this tab just a hair, and then the two pieces pull directly apart. Getting access to the bottom is one of the best next steps. I found this all wrapped up below. You can jack it up right from this middle plate here, just so you can see everything and better work. Looking from the back of the mower, the drive belt's completely missing. Of course, it's broke. The bottom belt, the deck belt, needs to be removed in order to replace that. Jacking up the rear of the mower for better access is always the best plan of attack so you can see and work well, but you need to remove this belt first because it takes a little bit of effort. To remove the deck belt, lower the deck down to the lowest setting. Now find the notch in the idler arm, use a 3/8 ratchet. All you have to do is put it right down in there, and you can pull the tension off the belt with that. And you can pull it off the back or any of the other pulleys. I pull it off the back. The only other thing that has to be removed is this keeper bolt. It's a 10mm on either side. Once the bolt comes out, the keeper comes straight, kind of at an angle, and then up and out. That's all there is to it. That was sitting right in the notch here, and then it kind of locks in. I'll show you how that goes before we put it back together. Rotating this, we can get the electrical out of the way. Doesn't matter how this is rotated when we install everything. That PTO clutch wiring does have to come down. In order to get the belt on, we have to go past the idler pulley using 3/8 extension and my ratchet again. I can take the tension off of this arm and slip the belt past. It's got to go straight across at the back. I'll put a diagram of exactly how that should go up top. Usually just slip the belt in, just straight kind of through the middle here. And then take the tension off of that as I put the belt up through. The belt has to come on the other side of the pulley. Doesn't make it too difficult, but it does have to be all the way there. Otherwise, there's the bolt up top that'll be in your way. Now that we're past, on the back side, go to both hydros. Directly straight across. From the left side straight to the hydro. Just kind of pull the slack out here. Make sure that they stay on the pulleys as you do it. Slack just gets pulled out here. Oop, popped off on this side. Yep, drop that right down below for you. Now same thing here. All we have to do is cam it and put the belt back to the top. Make sure that all the pulleys are routed right with the belt on it. And that's all there is to it. The belt's back on. Your tension is good. Make sure it's on the left. Straight across the back. Make sure it's on the right pulley. It goes to the idler, wraps around, goes to the engine pulley, and then back to the left-hand side. Now we can put our electrical and our keeper right back on. Rotate the PTO clutch back around if you've moved it at all. The wire can go on top of the brake and then back up through. Just going through that hole for now to get it so we can plug it back in here in just a few. You basically have to go at an angle, remember? And then when it's in between these two notches, that's when it has to be turned so it kind of locks in. But you can't do that from back here. Now the belt's in the way. You could if you pulled the belt up and went to the other side of it. Rotate our PTO clutch towards the back. And then bring that in right above it. Then we got to go towards the front to get it to go down in there and bring it back right where it should be. It's the only way it locks down in. And the bolt goes through and the nut to follow. The tension off at the front again, and the belt goes right back on. Plug in the wiring up top again. Make sure all of the belts are on pulleys for the deck. If you start it up without doing that, you could shred a belt. This one goes around the middle of there, goes over to the left-hand side, and then comes around the middle idler back to the PTO clutch. Pretty easy drive belt replacement on this model. It's not too bad as long as you know what you're doing and exactly how that belt goes on. Hopefully this has helped you out if you needed to get yours replaced. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed the content.